What is going on, guys? Here we are in Porsche CityLife in Milano, and this is the new Porsche Macan Turbo. I'm going to do a tour of the exterior and also the interior, so enjoy the video. And do not be fooled by the name turbo. This actually doesn't have any internal combustion engines to install turbos on it, but Porsche somehow still insists to use the name turbo for its electric top trim models. I would have preferred they come up with a new name like Lightning or Super Wind or Bolt or something for the instead of the turbo, because actually I think it's kind of a marketing trick, because the new customers, when they hear turbo, they will search it up and they want to look around to see what is the new turbo model, and somehow by doing this they buy some time for themselves before the EV haters realize this is not a actual turbo engined Porsche Macan. Now, first of all, let me talk about the design of the new Porsche Macan. As you can see, it looks bigger, and it's actually bigger than the previous generation. I also had the previous generation, so I can do a very detailed comparison to the previous one with this new one. And you can see here in the front we don't have the traditional headlights from Porsche, which were like curvitated. I kind of like to call the new design for the headlights the seed-shaped. The seed-shaped headlights are the daytime running lights, and the actual headlights are here down in the front bumper, and you can choose the optional LED matrix headlights for that lower part of the headlights. And you can see here the front splitter is actually very much bigger than the previous one. Actually, the previous one didn't have a front splitter, but overall looks of the Porsche Macan have changed drastically. The previous one for me was very more classy and more elegant looking, but this one is more off-roadish, and it's actually very much aggressive to the previous one. And this one does not come with the optional off-road package, so it looks like this. The optional off-road package is much bulky and more muscular looking, and it has some side skirts over there. But it kind of reminds me of the older generation Porsches, like the 356. And the old ones, because the engine was in the back, they didn't have a front grille. And right now in the new Porsche Macan, you don't have the front grille anymore, also on the Taycan. And it kind of brings back the Porsche design language to its older roots. And you can see here on the side we have the side blade design. Here we have it in the body color. You can get it in glossy black finish and also in the carbon fiber. Here on the side we have also the electric badge, which is an option for you to choose from. The car also comes in this optional 22-inch spider wheels in this glossy black finish, which is absolutely beautiful. I mean, love with them. And also on the side we have the side view mirrors in fully body color. Also the door handles in this one come with a full body color. You can also get them in the black. And the new thing about the Porsche Macan here is about the doors. The doors are actually around the windows is actually frameless, so when you open up the door you don't get to see any frames, and it kind of gives it this more elegant look, which I absolutely love. Also here in the front you get this new monochrome Porsche crest. This actually looks really nice here on the turbo model only. You can get the monochrome Porsche crest, which is so beautiful. But as we move to the back here, everything changes. Like, there is no similarities to the previous generation, although also in the front everything is different, but the most similarities are on the side. But here in the back we have this like side like bar shaped looking taillight, which is kind of nice, and you have these fake air vents over there only on the turbo model, which actually doesn't do anything except for the more aggressive looks. And here in the rear bumper everything is more bulky and looking more aggressive. And here you can see the adaptive aerodynamic system like you always have on the turbo models, also on the Panamera and also on the Cayenne. But here in the back, as I can see, this one does not come with the optional rear window wiper. So if you have some snow on top of the rear window, you have to actually get out of the car and sweep them by your hand or some other tool. So guys, here we are in the interior of the new Porsche Macan, and everything has changed drastically to the previous model. Everything has been digitalized. There is no buttons or everything going on except for the here in the center console. We have a lot of space here. We have two huge cup holders with ambient lighting around them, and also we have the wireless charging pad over there, as I can see. Yeah, and then you have also a phone holder. I don't know if it has the wireless charging here. I guess it has, and you can actually close it off over here like this, and like this you don't get the sun to your phone and it doesn't overheat somehow. And it kind of lets you forget about your phone and just enjoy the driving experience. And guys, it looks and it feels very luxurious closing off that hatch over there. And here you can see the middle console panel. Here you have all these digital buttons, but I actually really appreciate that the climate control, and this is the volume knob, that is actually in the physical form, and you have the climate controls all in this beautiful metal looking and textured metal knobs. Here they actually look really nice. You can actually control them like this, and right now I'm going to turn it off. Like here. Yeah, it's really cool, I really love it. It looks so nice. You also have the heated seats and the cooled seats with this haptic panel. You can actually click it. As you can hear, it looks really nice and it feels absolutely nice. And then as we go to the door panels, the lighting is really terrible. I'm sorry guys. Maybe I should show you this one here. You have this line over here which actually moves forward and then translates into your door handle, which is absolutely cool. And you have these carbon fiber details over here. You have ambient lighting all over the place, and this ambient lighting also have some functions when you choose different commands from your digital screen. And you can see here we have the digital screen also for the passenger side. They can watch some YouTube or Netflix or something, and they can choose the music here. We have the digital gauge cluster. It's kind of curved over here, which is actually looks really nice. And then we go here, we have the sport corner package on this one, and also the extended leather package. And just take a look at the beautiful stitchings, as the Porsche quality is always exceptional. And you have this beautiful sport corner clock over here. There is also a better version of this sport corner clock with the sub-second counter, which is more expensive. You have to choose it. And then you can see the beautiful leather seats, leather everywhere in this car. And you have here the turbo badge here in the middle of the seat. I don't know if the camera can do the justice to its beauty and this beautiful detail. And then over there we have the Burmester sound system. As you can see, this is one of the most amazing sound systems ever. And you have this monochrome looking Porsche crest over here in the middle of the steering wheel, and you have steel physical knobs to change the options behind the gauge cluster, but right now it doesn't change because the car is turned off. And one thing that I'm actually very impressed by its change is the gear selector has been moved up here. You can see it's very cool that it's up here, and you have the electric parking brake over there, and you have the adjustments for the wipers for the windshield. And then here, as always, the Porsche ignition button is always on the left side. On the previous generation we had the key to turn it, but right now here is a button over here, and you can actually choose to start your car from there. And it also comes with the adaptive cruise control, as you can see here. And overall I'm really impressed by the everything in this car. And we have the controls as always for the lighting and the sunroof system, which is actually so huge. It extends all over to the back, which gives you a little bit of more headroom and more somehow open feeling for the passengers here. And guys, this is so nice. I'm really blown away by the interior of this car, although I somehow preferred the previous generation with all the buttons and everything here in the middle center console, but also this one has blown my mind. I'm absolutely in love.